Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the SweetBro27. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. Today we are going to be doing some summoning for the global exclusive at the moment, Goku Black. So skip to this timestamp right here if you just want to get into the summons, but if you want to see a character breakdown and a breakdown of the banner, please stay here. So we're going to quickly look at his banner. I did make a TikTok and a YouTube short about it, but his banner is stacked. It is pretty much everything from the worldwide download celebration, which was one of the best celebrations in terms of power. This guy, he is very weak, but we're going to be getting a lot more like super content going up against like super class characters and everything. So he will maybe be useful in some of the events that are like 6 months in the future. I actually really like GOKU and Zamasu. I'm a huge fan of this unit. I'm probably much higher on this unit than a lot of others, but he is a great defensive support. Now, STR Mai, as far as I'm aware, she's just a worse version of Int Mai, but she's still a huge buff to the super side of Future Saga, so she can definitely has her place there. These guys, they're just okay. They have like decent defense. They have some damage reduction if you have an SSBE character on the team, so maybe they can get some use out of that. This character, I'm not super high on. He does get to really impressive attack stat numbers, but his defense is just really low unless you're really able to keep him safe, which is possible. It is something you can do. And he's a lot of fun. He's a very fun character to use, so I wouldn't be too mad if you got him. But like, Future Gohan is probably the best EZA we have on Global as of right now. I am recording this before the Kefla EZA comes out, and I think that she is going to be like far and away better. Like, she seems to be better than like God Goku. Like, she's probably top 10 right now on Global, like for the global power scale. I don't even know necessarily where I would place her, but she's definitely up there. She's so strong, and that's just a day away. I'm recording this right now on the 21st. She comes out on the 22nd. But then you have Vegeta and Trunks, a character who I hold in very high regard. If you haven't seen like my global tier list, the top 50 summonable units, go check that out, because I have these guys very, very, very high up. I'm a huge fan of them. Mine's only 79%, so I wouldn't mind getting a dupe of them here. And then, of course, we have the two Part 1 headliners, which is Blue Vegito and then Zamasu. So overall, this banner is stacked. It has two of the most powerful LRs in the game. Well, I would argue three. Some people disagree, but I think three of the most powerful LRs in the game. As of right now, one of the most powerful EZAs. And then as you kind of get further down, they're like more niche options on the future team. But now, with enough time wasted, let's go ahead and examine Goku Black. Now, Goku Black, he's interesting. He is certainly interesting. So, his leader skill, as you can see right here, he leads super bosses. So he's introducing super bosses to Global. That is something that Broly did to JP just a little over a month ago. So he leads super bosses or Corroded Body and Mind, 3 key and 170 to stats, and then the extra 30 to Realm of Gods, Accelerated Battle, or Exploding Rage. I'm gonna be completely honest. I did a live stream the other day. I posted the VOD for that and everything. His team is trash. It is horrible. It is bad. It is abysmal. It is terrible. It is awful. So bad. If he just leaded like a Accelerated Battle as a 170, this would be so much better. I don't understand why he has so many like crossing over with Zamasu. So let's really quickly look at like Zamasu's leader skill. So right here, Realm of God, Worldwide Chaos, Fused Fighter, and then the extra 30% is for Time Travelers or Final Trump card. Okay. These characters, they're going to be fighting a lot. You'll see in a little bit later, they fight a lot, but they have a very similar team because a lot of Super Bosses characters just so happen to be Zamasu's, Goku Black, stuff like that. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend running this guy as a leader. And again, I would recommend skipping summoning for this guy. I'm just doing it for, you know, a little bit of fun, just getting a little bit of content out of it. But like, he's not good as a leader. His team is bad. I think he's going to be a very good buff for the Zamasu team, but I don't think you're going to be running two of this guy. You're going to be running two of Zamasu. Then for his super attack effect, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn and immense damage to the enemy. That's actually really relevant because you'll see in a second he launches like a ton of attacks. So let's go ahead and look at his passive. Now his passive is super weird, and like I feel like they held back way too much. Because this character, if you like, has a very explosive potential, but it's not very common to see. So for his passive, he gets 2 key and 200% attack and defense at the start of turn, very high stats. He guards all attacks for 1 turn from his first entry, again, really good. Now here is something that's really bad, and I hate that they did this to him. I hate it so much. Reduce damage received by 6% per Super Boss's category ally on the team, up to 30. So basically, you'll see in a minute, he's on a ton of teams. It does not even matter. You have to run him on Super Bosses. And I hate that they do that to so many characters, especially a character like Goku Black. You can't fumble a Goku Black, and unfortunately, if I'm being honest, is he explosive? Yes, but I don't know how high I am on this character just by reading his kit. Is he good? Yes, but is he like worth summoning for instead of like Harudagarn or Beast Gohan or Broly? Like, there's so many characters that are yet to be out in Global that I feel like are way better than this guy. But I don't want to be too hard on him because, again, he is very good. So let's continue on. He gets an additional 30% damage reduction before attacking. So that means you can put him in any slot. As long as he doesn't attack first, he will be good against AoE. So he is going to be good against Fusion of the Masu and like stuff like that. 30% is kind of low though. If you know me, I'm not a huge fan of that, just having 30%. He launches an additional attack per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. Alright, that is an additional attack. This does not have a chance to become a super attack. As far as I'm aware, these are just purely going to be normals, from what I understand. So you give him 3 Rainbow Key Spheres, he's going to launch his super attack, and then it's going to be normal. And you can't change that. So, yeah, you'll get some decent damage, especially if you have crits on him. But then, every single attack he does has a 50% chance, or whatever your hidden potential is. So if you have 20% in your hidden potential, each of those attacks is an individual proc. So you have a higher likelihood of getting that hidden potential additional if you choose to go full additional on this character. So let's carry on. He launches an additional attack that has a high chance, a 50% chance of being a super attack. He launches an additional super attack every time this character attacks 5 times in battle. That's another reason why he just launches so many additional normals. He gets an additional 30% attack and defense within the same turn with each attack performed. Doesn't have to be a super, which is good. And then Super Boss's category allies get 2 ki within the same turn after he receives a hit. And then he has a 70% chance of nullifying Ki Blast supers. So again, he does a lot. He's very reminiscent of Ma Jr. I don't know if anyone else has kind of gotten that vibe, but he seems like he's going to be maybe like a less powerful Ma Jr. because they both do immense on their super attack. They both raise attack and defense. They're both getting huge amounts of attack and defense for each attack that they perform and everything. But Ma Jr., he has the chance for all those additionals to actually become supers. This guy, he's going to be attacking a lot. So I am thinking like you want a mixture between, you want to give him like maybe 3 to 9 additional, like 10 to 15 crit, and then put the rest in the dodge. Give him like 20 dodge, 25 dodge, something around there. I think this is where this character is going to be his best because he does a lot of everything. You're going to kind of want to sprinkle things in. And you'll see in a minute he does get super effective against all types, but that just means in his base form he's going to be a lot weaker. Those normals really aren't going to be doing any damage. So I think giving him some crit does have its merit. But overall, I think he is going to be like a dodge character because even though he is getting 200% attack and defense, which is high, and then with each attack he performs. So let's go hypothetically. You launch your 12 key, right? Let's say you get 3 Rainbow Key Spheres, okay? So you launch your 12 key, you're then launching 3 additional normals, you then are launching an additional that has a 50% chance of being a super attack, and then because that was 5 attacks, you're guaranteed launching an additional super. That is 6 attacks in 1 turn, that's an extra 180 to your stats, not to mention for those 3 super attacks, you're getting a 30% attack and defense raise on super attack effect. You are going to be losing your damage reduction though after you attack, so I don't necessarily know how tanky he's going to be. I've seen 0 footage of this character. These are just like my initial opinions on him, everything that I've seen, everything that I think. So, let's carry on, because he has a domain, and I'm going to have a rant about domains as well. But his domain can be activated. Let's see, hold on, I have to pull it up here. I have it on my computer. I'm reading on my computer just because the text is a little bit bigger. But he creates the domain City Future Rift in Time, raises Super Boss's category allies key by 2, and then creates the domain for 2 turns. It can be activated when all allies in the same turn or Super Boss's category, or from the turn 4 or from turn 6 is the condition for it. I'm not really, again, I'm not huge on domains. We'll see why in a second, but let's quickly go over his links. He has Super Saiyans, Big Bad Bosses, which is good, Dismal Future, Prepared for Battle, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. And then again, he is on a billion teams: Realm of God, Patara, Future Saga, Time Traveler, Exploding Rage, Inhuman Deeds, Crota Body and Mind, Accelerated Battle, Worldwide Chaos, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Power of Wishes, and Super Bosses. You know what I wish? If he was going to have the Super Bosses restriction for his damage reduction, why didn't they make this guy a Carnival LR and give him that right there? Because if he needs to be run with Super Bosses, you might as well just make him exclusively one. Because I know Corroded Body and Mind, again, like I said, there are several Fusion Zamasu characters who are on Corroded Body and Mind that you can run him with. But let's just, real quick, let's look at Corroded Body and Mind and see some characters who you can't run with him. You aren't on Super Bosses. You're not on Super Bosses. Not Super Bosses. Oh, wow, it's almost like this entire category isn't on Super Bosses. Yeah. So this doesn't help out Corroded Body and Mind. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's very dumb. Now, granted, I know you only technically need 5, so you could maybe run like one character and it's not that big of a deal. Then why even have that? That should have been a 30% then. And why even is it his 170? He could have, if it could have been Super Bosses and Power Beyond Super Saiyan, or Accelerated Battle would have been a good one. Accelerated Battle and like Inhuman Deeds, and then the 30% could have been Super Bosses and Exploding Rage or something. I feel like that right there probably would have been better. I don't know. I just kind of made that up on the spot. But yeah, overall, base form and leader skill is not my favorite. Now, here we go. Like I said right there, that's the condition can be activated when all characters in the rotation are Super Bosses on turn 4, or can be activated on turn 6. Now, this is where this guy gets kind of crazy, alright? So his new super attack effect is he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers enemy defense. The greatly lowering enemy defense will be relevant once we get the anniversary content. So, his domain is only 4 turns, so you will only get 2 rotations in this transformation, and then you will just like transform, or like the domain will expire everything. So let's see here. I actually don't know if you stay in this form or if it's like Fusion Zamasu where you transform out of it. Does it specify? No, so I guess I don't know that. I don't know if he actually stays in this form or if he reverts. I guess only time will tell. Let's see. Or if you've seen content of the character, you may know. Or if you're watching this as your initial look through, thank you. I do appreciate that. But let's see. His new passive skills. He gets 2 ki and 222% attack and defense at the start of turn. He is super effective against all types. He reduces damage received by 66 before attacking. 66% that is. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, physical excluded, to rainbow key spheres. That is very good, especially since he needs them. He launches an additional attack that has a 10% chance of becoming a super attack per rainbow key sphere obtained. Launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. He launches an additional super attack every time this character attacks 5 times in battle. And then he gets an additional 33% attack and defense within the same turn with each attack performed. So again, he can become super explosive once you're on this stage. So I'm going to just really quick pull up my a calculator here. We're going to do the exact same thing. So you launch your 12 key. That is a 50% attack and defense raise. And let's say you get 3 key spheres. So again, you're now launching 4 attacks. You're guaranteed launching another attack that has a 70% chance of being a super. That is 5. And then once you do that, you're then launching a guaranteed additional super, which is 6. 6 attacks times 33%. That's 198 right there. Then, let's say, hypothetically, this is super rare, but every single one of those attacks that you just did, alright, was a super attack. So you're now getting 50 times 6 right there. That is 300% that you're getting, plus basically 200% if from your passive. You're getting a massive amount of stats, and you're going to be doing an incredible amount of damage. I saw on a Nano video that a rainbowed version of this character was able to go from a 5 million attack stat to a 30 million attack stat with all of them being there. Now, granted, is that going to be super common? No. It is a 10% chance for each one of those additionals to become a super instead of a normal. I don't know why it was a rare. I feel like a medium probably would have been more fair, or let's be honest, this is a character who deserves to have like a high or even a great chance of all those becoming super attacks, especially since, like, again, it's a domain and everything. So many things are wacky, but he is going to be very good. I hate, again, that he loses his damage reduction, and he doesn't have like any other defensive mechanic. Other than that, you just have to hope that his defense would get high enough, which it probably should if you do get good luck with all those additionals and whatever, being actual supers. But no guard, no nothing. He does have super effective against all types, though, so he will just be doing that little bit of extra damage, which is nice. And then the domain effect, like the actual effect itself, is Super Boss's category enemies and allies get an extra 10% attack and defense, plus an additional 10% attack and defense for those who are also extreme class. And then his links do not change and everything. So, another reason why I'm so down on this character is it's so dumb. Amatsu, you were not cooking with the domain mechanic. If characters... See, here's what I don't even get. Why can't they override each other is what I do not get. Because this character has a domain right there. There's the effect that I just read. And then the character who you most likely want to run him with also has a domain. And the other character who leads super bosses, Broly, he's not on global, but he has a domain. And all three of these characters need domains. You can launch his on turn 5. He needs it. He needs to become immune to damage because his defense, unless you are able to super attack first and you're below 70% HP, he cannot tank for anything. This is a character where he becomes so much more... Like, he actually becomes so relevant and so powerful after you transform. I think, again, he's very reminiscent of, like, what Majunior is doing, except I think maybe even more potent, more powerful offensively than Majunior, which is saying a lot. Like, that's incredible. But you can't have this and this up at the same time. These characters who have to be on the same team are going to be fighting each other. And I feel like you're going to die so often because these two characters are going to be butting heads. And it's only going to get worse when Broly comes by. Like, Broly is kind of a bad leader because for his own team, the main thing people do is they actually have a double Broly rotation. That way they have 7 out of 7, and they can keep the other Broly safe. So you have a full power Broly and then just a Super Saiyan Broly. You're able to put the Super Saiyan Broly into slot 2 and keep him safe. The other rotation, the other side, doesn't have the leader on it. I don't like that. Even though I do think Broly's very good. I do think Broly is like top 5 in the game, if I'm being completely honest. Actually, no, he's probably 6. Real quick, here's my top 10 LRs. It is Beast Gohan. It is going to be Evolution Blue Vegeta, UI Goku, probably Broly, Gamma's Gogeta, Orange Piccolo. Real quick, that's top 6, something like that. I don't know. That's just speculation. But those characters, they're all butting heads just because it's dumb mechanic. Why? And what's even worse is that they have transformation conditions. Like, this guy transforms and then makes the domain. So there's already a domain up, you can't transform, or vice versa. Why can't we get rid... Like, let's say we transform into you, right, and we create your domain. Why can't we then transform into you and replace his domain effect with this one? It's dumb. I don't understand it. It was a huge fumble. It's going to make running these characters very, 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 very annoying. But that's all I have to say. So, if you were just now joining from the start of the video, or if you listened to that entire rant and razzle, I do appreciate it so much. Thank you. So, what we're going to do today is we're just going to do 4 summons here. We're going to do the 3 and then get our free, as well as we have the free tickets that we were able to earn before the celebration was announced, as well as I did buy some of the tickets, so we will end on that. So, let's just start off with this. Again, I'm not going to say that you are foolish for summoning on this banner. There is so much value on this banner, and we just got him. Right? Is that what that is? No, wait, that means that's an LR. It's not a featured LR, but we are getting a guaranteed LR. I'm pretty sure that's what Hercule on Boo's back means. So, there is so much value on this team, and I did want to buy, like, Blue Vegito, because I don't have Blue Vegito. I didn't even summon for him during the Worldwide Download Celebration. So, I figured if I even had like an inkling of an idea that I was going to summon in the back of my mind, I was like, well, I might as well do summons first, because I would hate to waste red coins and then just immediately jump back in on, you know what I mean? Like, spend all the red coins, you know, that's 500 red coins, then just to summon if I were by some chance actually going to get Blue Vegito, and then like, well, I mean, now I have a dupe in him, but I just wasted all those coins, it's not worth it. So we're only going to do these couple of summons right here. We're going to save. I don't know if we're going to get a part 2 LR. Maybe we could get like a Blue Vegeta from the fight with him, or like maybe that moment where Goku gets enraged because he learns that Chi-Chi's dead. I don't know. There's something. I will take that. I will take that. That's a 90% Vegeta and Trunks. I will take that. Let's go. Whew, that's awesome. One of my favorite units just got way stronger. But there is value to summoning on this banner, obviously. Again, I would recommend saving. Keep your eyes on the prize for like 6 months from now. I know I'm doing this, like I said, I'm doing this kind of for fun. I am a huge Rosé fan, and obviously, like, the Fusion Zamasu team is one of my favorite. I already have that guy rainbowed, I'm pretty sure, so that sucks. But yeah. So let's see here. Oh! Well, I just rainbowed Vegeta and Trunks. Let's go. Or that definitely should be a rainbow star, I believe. So yeah, this is going to be our last, like, stone summon, even though it was free. But yeah, I would definitely recommend all global players save your stones for Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan by far looks like he's going to be the most powerful unit in the game for the foreseeable future. Now, like Broly, he does seem very powerful. Broly is definitely stronger than Gogeta, and I don't really know how I think about the Gammas at this moment in time. I haven't watched a showcase with the Gammas, but just by reading their kit, it seems like they are super explosive in slot 2 moving onward. I now have a dupe in Zarbon, Zarbuto, and whatever the other one's name is, Rabanra. That's so funny. But I am super glad, and we actually had some pretty good luck with that. Just with 4 summons, we got 2 featured LRs and then a Dokkan Fest, so I can't complain too terribly much. Obviously, I'm super happy that I got dupes in Vegeta and Trunks. Again, that is one of my favorite units. If you haven't checked out my top 50 summonable units on Global, definitely go check that video out. I have some very high praises for Vegeta and Trunks. I have them as like top 20. I mean, I almost had them in the top 10 if I'm being honest, and I don't know how everyone else thinks about that, but I do feel like just because of how powerful their leader skill is and everything. But let's see. So yeah, these free tickets, they're not like guaranteed SSRs or anything, obviously. It's just 5 units. It would be really cool if we got an SSR, even if it was just like a trash LR. Yeah, like Barlot. I mean, at least we got something of some value out of it. But let's see. This is hopefully where things are going to get good. So we have 7 tickets summons that we can do here. I just bought like the whole trophy pack or whatever it's called, which I don't know necessarily how like good value those are. Sometimes they're really good. I thought about also buying the one for Ribrianne just because you get 3 featured units on that summon guaranteed. I really want Bulma. If you didn't see the live stream the other day, I talked about how I summoned on Ribrianne. I only spent 300 stones on Ribrianne's banner, but I just see Bulma and I'm like, man, I really have to summon because this could be the time that I actually do get her. Because she's been out for over a year and I've summoned on a lot of banners that I have like thought weren't too good just for like the hope of maybe getting her, like the step up banner. I was like, man, I'm not gonna summon on that step up banner. I did the whole 3 steps for the step up. Didn't get her. So I don't know. At this point, I will maybe have enough coin currency that I can just buy her. Oh, that's Trunks and Mai. Is Trunks and Mai an LR or is that a new unit? I don't actually know. I just know that's good. Trunks carrying Mai is a very good thing. So we're going to get something good here. Hopefully it's not just like another Dokkan Fest that I already have. Really, the only things that I'm looking for now at this point are going to be the Goku Black, Zamasu, or Vegito. I don't really want... I was going to say I don't want to dupe in you. You are good. You are super, super valuable. But the thing is, like, even at 55%, you're runnable and so powerful and so good. I don't really think I need dupes in you. I would kind of like to get the new characters, or at least Zamasu's a character who I feel like definitely thrives not being at 55%. That way, you know, you can give him dodge and a little bit more crit into his passive, or maybe even a little bit of additional, but primarily dodge, just because getting hit, the only thing he gets is that extra offense, and he already is super defensive for the first couple of turns, so, you know, giving him dodge later in the fight so he can maybe dodge a super that would be almost certain death is something that I would recommend. All right, only 3 more tickets. Oh, come on. These are not going according to plan. Oh, we got another Trunks carrying Mai. All right, never mind. These things are going perfectly according to plan. All right, please, Goku Black, Zamasu, or Vegito. Please, 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 please. But yeah, I think I said this just a moment ago, but do I think that Goku Black is even worth summoning for? Honestly, okay, cool. Let's go. New unit. New unit. One of the best leaders in the game. But I'm honestly summoning on this trying to get everything else. Well, if I didn't have him rainbow before, I definitely have him rainbowed now. That's 2 copies of him. And Mai. I didn't have that Mai either. All right. So though, right there, I got 2 units from the Worldwide Download Celebration on a banner that I didn't even summon for. So I'm not going to complain about that. That's actually super hype. I saw Trunks again. I freaked out. Maybe thought we were going to get him like 3 times or whatever. But I honestly don't even think I would say that Goku Black is better than Hirudegarn. All right, one more screen crack. One more. But Hirudegarn, I mean, he's just a 70% chance to dodge character. Honestly, he's also on some pretty rough teams as well. All right, last summon of the video, and this is going to be my last summon for this banner. Oh yeah, this is going to be absolutely nothing. I guess I can't complain too much. He'll return on another banner some other day. I'm not going to chase him at all. But, I mean, it is only 9 stones. Do I really want to just leave it at 9 stones? And we're going to get a lot of more stones coming out throughout the rest of the celebration. I guess it wouldn't... I mean, who is it really going to hurt? You know, I have plenty of time to save up my stones, right, chat? All right, hold on. I'm going to get 9 stones. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back with just a few more stones so we can wrap this thing up here. So again, hopefully we can get some good luck, although I'm not going to complain with what we got. We got plenty of new units. I still kind of want the Goku Black just because I am personally a very huge fan of Goku Black. It's like the best part of Super in my opinion. But I'm not going to complain too much, especially since, again, he does fight for relevancy like on his own team. I think his leader skill is very poor. He fights for relevancy against Zamasu, but I just think it'd be kind of cool to have him in my box. Again, I'm doing this primarily for fun. Dokkan responsibly. Harudegarn is better than this guy. SSJ3 Goku is better than this guy. Golden Week and Sunday are going to be better than this guy. If we get a Tanabata celebration, Tanabata is going to be better than this guy. Every single unit, even like the side banner units. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. But some of the, like, everything from the worldwide download celebration that we're going to get and the 9th anniversary are definitely going to be more powerful. Beast Gohan, he is right across in the horizon, so we, like, again, I would recommend keeping your eye on the prize, and do not do what I am doing. I am fully acknowledging that what I am doing is foolish, but it's a pretty powerful banner, you know, again, because Future Gohan, or not Future Gohan, I'm thinking of all the wrong things. Fusion Zamasu, he is still very relevant. Like, again, if you're summoning for this banner, don't chase it for Goku Black. If you're going to chase for Vegeta and Trunks. Chase for Zamasu. Chase for Vegito Blue. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Stuff that I feel like is a little bit... has more staying power than this Goku Black. And we got another one of them, so I guess now I can start grinding up a TUR. That is... Alright. Oh, wait, it's still going. Okay. That's a little unfortunate, though, that we got so many copies of you. Again, that is my favorite unit, so I'm not complaining to... It's not my favorite unit. It's one of my favorite units. And our final fly-in is just going to be a 17, so this is... Oh, did this like give it to me now again? Wow, okay, so again, we have another... What is it? It's 1 in 10? Goku Black, Zamasu, Vegito and Trunks, EZA, DFE... Yeah, so it's about like a 1 in 10, I think. It could be like Zamasu and Guatsu. This could be Zamasu again, but hopefully we're going to get a Goku Black. Come on, I'm on the edge of my seat here. Come on, man. Show up on my screen. Come on. Oh, God. Whis. Okay. And then we got this sucker again, dude. Man, all right. That was a waste of 150 stones, but that's what happens when you're not responsible with your money. But that is going to be all for this time, guys. I have been the SweetBro27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, the links of which can be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, share me around, and leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I love just any sort of interaction I can get from you guys. Global players, if you summoned for Goku Black, did you get Goku Black? Is he fun to use? I mean... I don't know. So let me know down in the comments below, or if you're saving for anniversary, which again, I would recommend. I mean, hell, I would probably say if you're going to summon for Harudegarn. But that will be all for now. So as always, I've been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.